What I want to talk about for this week's journal assignment is performance management and how important this can be for companies. The HR department a lot of times will work with managers to definitely come up with a strategy and some goals and kind of where they're wanting employees to be. What's good about this is they've created things like annual reviews or um, a training log, so to speak, to keep people on track with where they're wanting people to be. What's good about performance evaluations, it's a really good way and good teacher for employees to let them know maybe if they're doing really well in certain areas or if they're lacking a little bit in others, and maybe what they need to work on. Sometimes these can be quarterly, they can be, every 6 months, they can be yearly. It really depends on how people want to set these up. The most important thing to remember about these are not a negative thing. Sometimes people can abuse power a little bit, and maybe if a manager doesn't care for an employee, they can use these kind of in a negative way just to focus on the negatives or the things that that irritates them, instead of kind of making it be a consistent thing of, hey, you're really excelling here and you could use maybe some improvement here, to kind of offset a little bit of how these evaluations can go. But these can be really important in building a team and building a strong team in a corporation or a company, um, just to make sure you're keeping everyone's training up to date and making sure they're on the levels that they're supposed to be on. These can be a good way to discipline as well, but again, you don't want to focus too much on the negative because you're really trying to mold people and make sure you're building the team the way you want them to be built, and bringing people along in the company on the level that they should be, moving through. This is a good way to give employees feedback, focus on, like, again, positive and negatives, the good things that they're doing, the strong areas that they really excel, um, and then again, some needs for improvement and areas, to work on. But again, just making sure that people are measuring up and where they're supposed to be and making sure people are moving along. And this is just a great way to build, a strong team and a good team and keep everybody on the same page, along with keeping a written document and record of where things are and where they need to be.